together.
Can I do it? Can I do it?
Do it!
Do it. I'm going to cut a promo.
Do it.
It's going to be better than Roman Reigns.
It's been a while.
Ever. It has, right?
Anything could be better than
You
Roman
guys,
Reigns.
yeah, that's true. But you know what?
What?
So you know what time it is, right?
What time is it?
Welcome to the most must-see podcast in the history of man. Welcome to...
The Leftover Pants Podcast.
That's right. And then I'm going to beat up John Cena.
We're back. Hashtag beat up John Cena. We should really start doing wrestling promos each time. Just like completely emulate a different wrestler. Nobody will get it. Okay. So, it's been a while since we did the Leftover Pants Podcast. It's episode 16. We've been doing this podcast for 32 weeks.
Damn.
No, I don't know. I just made that up.
Alright.
But it's been a while. We don't do it every week.
16 weeks?
It would if we got together and had all our schedules, like...
If the stars align.
You know, yeah.
But we're back, guys.
Okay, we're back. We got some wonderful news. Video game news, even.
Yes.
For lots of people. We're going to talk about video games. I'm going to change things up this week. I just had a Rockstar. My can's over there. I'll put the logo at the bottom. Free plug. Hey, so I'm going to not list all the news each week. Because, one, it's been like 3 weeks since we've done a podcast.
So that'd be ridiculous.
There's a lot of news.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to do like 3 or 4 news items, and we're going to take our time and talk about them before Quiztacular each week, okay?
Yeah.
So we can like really get some meat and some girth in the podcast. And then it's not just like a little bit of
minds
news.
out of the gutter.
And then, well, boy, we really should have been recording what we had a few minutes ago before we started the podcast. So, hey, Justin, Ted, Matt, the Pant Bros are back together again. You weren't here last time. A lot's been going on in our personal lives. But a lot has been going on in our video game lives as well.
It's an exciting time to be playing video games, folks.
Sure is.
Matt, speaking of which,
Yeah?
what have you been playing lately?
There's actually a lot I've been playing.
Do tell.
I'm playing, or I finished SteamWorld Dig 2.
Is it good?
It is.
Okay, how good is it?
I'd probably give it a solid, probably high 7. There's some things to be desired, but the way I look at a scale is typically 5 is average, and then anything above 5 is considered good or above average. So yeah, I would probably give it like a high 7 or like a low 8.
Wow.
Why?
It was pretty good.
Sell me.
The game itself actually had a fairly decent story, and if you kind of think of it in the way that the roles are kind of reversed, you're playing as the robots that are trying to coexist with humans.
I don't know what SteamWorld Dig is.
There's kind of a convoluted
There's a whole
story
thing
about
for
that.
it. Okay.
Yeah. There was 2 games previously.
Okay. Wait, why is this called SteamWorld Dig 2 then?
Because there's SteamWorld Dig Heist and SteamWorld Dig.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like how Assassin's Creed counts. They don't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So
Okay.
there's kind
So
of an
SteamWorld
underlying
Dig.
story where you play as robots that essentially dig into the earth to gather materials so that they can like live and like I guess keep existing, because these robots fuel themselves off steam and minerals. So
Okay, what else have you been playing? My bro.
Pokemon Tournament DX.
Oh, you got it?
I did.
I never played the original.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it. The frame rate is super solid. Everything runs really well. As far as I know, it's in 1080p.
How much does it play like Tekken?
Doesn't really play like Tekken a whole lot.
Oh,
There's
really?
a lot
Okay.
less buttons involved, so it's more simplistic, but I think that's kind of like the nature of the game, though. You're really supposed to just think of it as a more simplistic Tekken with Pokemon cameos
Okay.
and some Pokemon theme to it.
What else you got?
In the store.
And then
Yeah.
I actually just picked up Fire Emblem Warriors today.
The few.
I'm happy to say that it's really good. I like it a lot. I haven't gotten that far in it, but I'm liking what I've...
It's like other Muso games, correct?
Yeah, it's basically a Muso game with a Fire Emblem coat of paint and some of the
that's
strategy
Mosu.
elements. Moso?
Mosu.
Or Muso?
Mosu.
Muso.
Mosu.
Muso.
Is it?
Yes. I believe so.
You
Interesting.
telling him?
I don't know. Is it Mosu? What is it?
I don't know. I think it's Mosu. Just because of the way it's spelled.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Mosu.
I'll ask a Japanese person.
Who knows? But regardless, it plays like the Dynasty Warriors games.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's pretty good. You get some of the strategic and like relationship building elements from Fire Emblem kind of inserted into that, and then you get some cool cameos. I do have one complaint though.
Tell me.
Openly about Fire Emblem Warriors. When you buy an $80 special edition, and the base game is $60, and I buy an $80 special edition, give me the fucking season pass.
Ugh.
I did not get the season pass,
Whoa,
and
what?
I spent almost $100 on this fucking game.
Do you regret it?
I don't regret it necessarily, but I do not
this-
like that.
Adding the season pass into a special edition is a fairly recent thing, though. Everybody's
Yeah,
kind of doing
I mean,
it
it's-
now, but
Like, if they called it a collector's edition, then I'd be like, oh, I'm collecting things in the
what
box.
is it called?
It's a special
Yeah.
edition.
It's not
The
even-
thing that's pissing me off lately is when they give you a season pass or what they call a expansion pass, where like it used to be, you get the season pass, you get fucking everything that ever comes out DLC wise for it.
Yep.
And then games like Gears of War 3, I think, started where it was like, you get the season pass, but there's tons of microtransactions and skins that don't come with the season pass. You just get the maps on the season pass. Now you get a season pass or an expansion pass, and it's like, okay, you get 6 months or a year of DLC, some of the DLC, but not all of it. And we're going to have a second season pass or expansion pass after that.
Yeah.
With things like Destiny or Injustice 2, they did that too. They're having, their third fighter pass or fighter pack, whatever. Anyway, what else have you been playing? Anything else?
And there's two other games. There's Rogue Trooper Redux, which I kind of regret buying.
Yeah, I see it.
It's really not great. I was kind of hoping for something a little bit more there, but
It's an old PS2 game, I think.
yeah, it's not. Don't buy it. But there's also, I want to give a resounding recommendation for anybody who's watching this to play Stardew Valley. Just do yourself a favor. Pick up Stardew Valley.
That's a downloadable?
Yes, it's $15.
It's on everything though.
It's like
not
on
just on
everything.
Switch.
Right. I have to say though, it's a very satisfying experience on the Switch because it's portable.
What is it? For those that don't know, because it's an indie game?
Because I don't know.
It's essentially Harvest Moon mixed with
It's a farming RPG.
yeah, it's
actually
essentially
really good.
Harvest Moon mixed with
Really good.
I played Harvest Moon.
I forget there was another farming game. Harvest Moon and
Seasons. It's the spin-off of Harvest Moon.
yeah, it's essentially like those two fused.
Something of what is that called?
Story of Seasons.
Story of Seasons.
Yeah,
There you
it's essentially like those two fused with some elements of the Rune Factory games because there's combat in it. And
go. I
stuff
think
like
Rune
that.
Factory is also a spin-off. We'll correct that next week, I'm sure.
I don't think it is, but we'll have to correct that. Yeah.
Maybe we will.
Yeah. But it's absolutely fantastic. It's really really good.
Okay.
And the fact that you can choose to play it however you want is great.
Interesting.
So I like it. Resounding applause for that game. Loves it.
Teddy, what you got, bro? Pokego?
Yankees currently losing Game 6.
Oh, they've already lost.
Oh, it's already over?
No, I don't know, but
We wanna get
it's
started.
trust
Alright.
me, it's
We've already
not
overachieved.
looking good.
But, so I've been playing a little bit of,
Come on, Aaron Judge. You can do it.
I've been doing, Yakuza Kiwami, as some of you know. I'm probably about halfway through this game now. Really good. Love it. It's just a retread of the first Yakuza game on PS2.
It's a full remake, though. It's not
Yeah.
just a remaster, which is pretty neat.
It's pretty good.
Oh, God.
It looks great. It plays great. Everything's pretty smooth. Also, I've been playing South Park.
Yeah.
Oh, the new one. The
Fractured
It's out now.
Butthole.
Wow.
Not butthole, butthole. And the game's pretty solid so far. I really like Stick of Truth. So I have high expectations of this. I think I just opened up the second part of the town. I chose to be a Negro. And it's funny.
Do you know the thing behind that?
Yeah, and there's
Okay.
the slider, it tells you everything in life is going to be
You know,
hard
The,
about
the
the game.
difficulty slider is
So-
racially based.
So no, it's just a joke. But as soon as I slid it to that shade, Cartman immediately says, "Oh, don't worry, this doesn't affect combat difficulty, but everything in your life is affected." I was like, okay, this is interesting. It's pretty fun though. Like, if you guys are gonna hate on South Park for being racist, then you really don't know South Park. South Park is just a satire
It's like
of everything.
It's like maybe you should just watch the show.
Yeah, and
Before
you know
you
what?
assume. Kind of thing. Yeah.
I am by no means racist. Let me get that out there. And this is South Park being South Park. If you like watching South Park, if you love Stick of Truth, chances are you will love this. And then I beat up John Cena.
Hashtag beat up John Cena.
That's right. Nerds.
AJ Styles. Do you know who AJ Styles is?
Oh.
Probably the best wrestler
Speaking
in the
of
fucking
which,
world.
you know what?
Is that a girl?
My first match,
that chick?
I beat up John Cena with AJ Styles.
Oh, on the game?
Yeah.
That game's out now.
The face that runs the place. That's right.
The Shield's back together and they're already ruining it, but we're not going to talk about
I
wrestling
thought
today.
AJ Styles was a chick.
No, AJ Styles is one of the
Yeah, it's AJ
most
Lee.
gifted.
Is there a chick with Styles?
AJ Lee.
Oh, AJ Lee.
Oh,
She's
maybe
gone
that-
now.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
She's yesterday's news. Hey, what else? Anything else you've been playing?
No, I just beat up John Cena.
Great.
I just beat him up before I got here.
Before the camera goes off, I played a lot this week. Well, in the past 3 weeks, since we spoke last time. The Overwatch Halloween event, which we'll talk about a little bit later, is
Like
live.
a little bit of Overwatch. I just didn't mention it, but
I played a decent amount. Really cool. It's the Halloween Terror 2017 edition. It's the second annual Halloween event for Overwatch. I get my one free regular loot box from Twitch Prime. I open it. And I get the one skin that I've wanted pretty much since you gave me my copy of Overwatch. Was the Zombie Soldier 76 skin. One of the rarest skins in the game that you can only get during the Halloween events. And I fucking got it. And I don't think I'm ever going to take that skin off. He's in red clothing where he's usually in blue. And he's got this cool red get up and he's a fucking zombie. And he's not wearing his glasses or his visor or anything. It's fucking great. I'll put a picture up. Got it. I also played a lot of Super Mario Run because I'm in Nintendo mode. I'm in Super Mario Odyssey mode. I don't want to play the fucking demo, by the way, which is live at your local GameStop and Best Buy. Great. A lot of people are speedrunning it. That's awesome. We'll probably talk Odyssey later. I'm in Mario mode. I don't want to play anything but Mario. I don't want to stream anything but Mario. But Odyssey's not out yet, so I've been playing a lot of Super Mario World on the SNES Classic.
Nice.
Been playing a lot of Super Mario Run on iOS. Here's the thing. Trying to get a perfect run on Remix 10, which is that great expansion that I talked about last episode or two ago. There's 3 rainbow coins in every level. There's sets of 10 levels. So I'm trying to... I'm on world... It's infinite worlds. I'm on world 39 now. No, I think I'm past 40, but whatever. I can't tell you. I've been 1 coin short. Like, at least 8 or 10 times now. I've probably played at least, 3 or 4 sets of 10 levels at a time. I forget how many levels there are in each world. I think there's 30 or 40 in each world. In sets of 10.
Wow.
So that's 30 coins. I keep getting 29. So close. But anyway, trying to get a perfect run. So what I think I'm going to do soon is, I got my capture card that I said I was going to get. I got a really good one. I got the Elgato E60. Or 60E, whatever.
the HD60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, even on my wireless connection, I can crank it. We were streaming Destiny 2 all last weekend. 60 frames a second, 1080p.
I told you they're nice.
Dude, but even on my wireless connection, people are watching it and everything's coming through crystal clear. And even as I'm boosting to make sure that it's in 1080p 60, well, Destiny's only in 30 frames a second, but as an example, I'm boosting it to its max stats. And there's not a hiccup at all. It's running perfectly. So anyway, I have Apple TV, which sucks, but you can AirPlay your fucking iOS, whatever you're running on iOS. Could be porn, could be Super Mario Run. I might have done both at one point.
At the same time.
You can fucking AirPlay it to your TV. Well, I'm gonna fucking run my capture card through the Apple TV and try to capture and chronicle my attempts at getting a perfect run in Super Mario Run. I'm going to do that soon. So what I've also started doing is capturing my attempts at getting a chicken dinner in PUBG, which the closest I've come was 3. I've come number 3 twice and number 4 twice and number 6 a couple times. Oh, that's your Switch. It's going to go off soon though. But I've started chronicling that and just taking my Twitch feed, downloading the video, and just uploading it to YouTube on the Leftover Pants channel. And just labeling it. I kind of made a neat little intro called Justin Plays, or Let's Play Games with Justin. And if you guys ever wanted to, we can do the same thing for you guys. Do whatever intro you want and just record whatever you want. But I'm going to do that for Super Mario Run. I'm doing that for all my attempts on PUBG from now on. I'll probably never get a chicken dinner, but just in case I do, I'm going to record every single fucking one. I'm basically streaming everything that I play from now on. So real quick before we get cut off, I don't know how that's going to work with the Xbox One X because it obviously only captures up to 1080p.
Yeah.
I think though that it will still uses the traditional HDMI cord. I'm 90% certain that it'll still record. It'll just transfer to 1080p.
Yeah, it'll probably just downscale it.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it'll downscale it on my TV though.
No, it won't downscale it on the television. If anything, it will downscale the actual resolution of the feed. Yeah.
So, if you're interested in that stuff, I actually had a couple people watching me play Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th when there was the double XP week and the Part 4 Jason came out that we talked about last time. You got to be level 44 to unlock him. Fuck you. I'm not level 44. I'm level 10. Been streaming that, been streaming Overwatch, been streaming PUBG, gonna start streaming Super Mario Run, and then when Odyssey comes out, I'm gonna stream everything I do. Next Friday, that's all I'm doing. We have to talk about if we're gonna do a podcast or not. You're working, and Super Mario Odyssey comes out. It's up to you guys, we'll talk about it later. I'm gonna stream Odyssey. Let's go to the next segment. My eyes burn so much.
We are back.
Fuck, man. Staring at a computer screen all day really does bust up your eyes. Hey.
Oh, the pain.
I know.
The pain's
so rough. At least my fucking feet are bleeding all the time.
Life must suck on.
Yeah.
I get to stare at beautiful people all day. So.
The warehouse is calling. Just
No, I'm good. Good, thanks. Good where I am. Hey, itinerary for tonight. We got some corrections as always.
Let's do it.
We've got some new releases. We've got some announcements and then some news items. The Girth. I'm just going to nickname that The Girth from now on.
The Girth.
It'll be funny. Yes.
I don't know, just sounded.
And then we have Quiztacular.
Yeah.
What's your score? 8?
Something.
You need to keep track.
It's like
8, 2, because you won the second one, remember?
Yeah.
2.
I just showed up and I won.
I called it too.
And Dave is a no-show tonight.
So Dave gets minus a point.
I'm calling you out, Dave.
Dave is behind. He's got a -1 for the season.
What's up, puppet?
Calling out at the last minute, you jackass.
Okay, you ready for the rundown of corrections?
Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry.
Nintendo does indeed own the rights to King K. Rool, but they do not own the rights to the Kremlings. Those are owned by Rare.
That's a really very particular...
Yes, I've done my research for the Pant Bros.
That's incredible.
And the Pant people.
You're very honorable.
Thank you. Super Mario Run was originally $9.99, but was on sale for $4.99 at the recording of the last podcast.
Even I knew that. Yeah.
We argued over the price or something, I don't remember.
Yeah.
You said it went down to like $3 or $2.99 or something like that.
The Gerudo first appeared in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Final Fantasy XIV, The Legend Returns, the expansion I told you about.
Yep.
It's actually just patch 4.1 that they named The Legend Returns and gave it a logo and stuff, so I thought it was an expansion. It's just a patch. There are 8 total Texas Chainsaw Massacre films, just to clarify.
Wow.
Not that anybody's going to see one.
7 of them are extremely bad. Black Panther will also be a DLC character for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. We left out the black guy.
Whatever, man.
Why?
Because Black Panther sucks. Not because he's black, just because he's Black Panther. Strider is not a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not. I looked it up.
Okay.
Get your phone out. Go check it.
Fact checking.
The character known as Firebrand is
I
actually...
played the fucking game. I played Strider.
The character known as Firebrand is actually from Gargoyle's Quest, but his clan species later appeared in Ghosts and Goblins. Most people know him from Ghosts and Goblins. Finally, Golden Axe Beast Rider was on Xbox 360 and PS3.
Really?
It was.
Huh.
While he looks that up, we got some new releases.
Let's do it.
This week... What's the date today?
20th.
Okay, well, this past week we had Gran Turismo Sport actually came out.
I'm gonna interrupt for a second
Okay.
because this is the character introduction.
You can't
for
play
Strider
that
Harry.
on here. It's going to give us a copyright strike. You dummy.
Regardless.
Let me see.
Okay. Here.
Well, don't play it. Just can you just show me a picture or something?
Yeah, I mean I can, but
So GT Sport.
Wait a minute.
Released.
He's proving me wrong. Let's give him a.
Are you sure? I sure as fuck am, man.
Do you want to close some apps there? Jeez, you're like my mom. You got like 70 apps open.
Fucking
Fucking
asshole. Okay, this is from the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, like,
The
website.
fan wiki. That's the fan wiki.
No, it's not. Look at the fucking URL, asshole. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.com, bitch.
Bitch.
Suck it up, my boy. Strider Hiryu, right in between Spencer and Mega Man. Woo, bitch.
Wow, I got proven wrong in corrections.
Suck a fucking dick.
Get out
Ouch.
the way.
I know
Get
because
out
I
the
played
way.
as him in the game right there
The game
Where?
I played for
Right
5
here?
years.
on that television.
I stand corrected. I can admit that.
When you're right.
I must have just fucked up. I looked on Wikipedia, so maybe that was wrong. I don't know. Okay, game releases. Somebody's got a date here.
It ain't me.
Not telling you who it is. His name rhymes
It's
with
the married
Eddie.
guy.
No. No, that's not true. Gran Turismo Sport came out. South Park Fractured But Whole came out.
The butthole.
Elix did.
Multi-platform. Yeah, we're not counting that. That's not a game.
Nobody gives a shit about
It's a-
Elix.
Punk ass bitch. I don't know. I didn't play it. I heard from a reliable GameStop employee that it sucked.
It's pretty bad.
WWE 2K18 is out. Age of Empires Definitive Edition was supposed to come out on October 19th. My little thing is outdated. It actually got delayed last minute. Like right before release.
Wow, that sucks.
That's
I don't know why.
Crazy.
Game announcements, none. Because we're in the fall season where all the fucking video games are coming out now.
Was Doom announced on Switch at that point? It was.
The release
right?
date, yeah, but the
The
release
release
date.
date wasn't there.
They got Doom, Skyrim, and
LA Noire.
Oh yeah, that's.
yeah, but that no. But what I'm saying is, Bethesda's releasing all 3 of their Switch games
Oh,
within like a
yeah.
3-day period, which is
Yeah,
actually
it's
pretty cool.
Fucking bananas.
Bananas, man! I tell you. No game announced. Yeah, we talked about LA Noire last time, I think, but no real solid game announcements. It is the fall season. All the big games are coming out like within the next 3 weeks.
All the heavy hitters.
They're
Fucking
announced.
Call of
They're just
Duty.
coming out.
Call of Duty World War II.
It's
What?
COD
I
season,
said they're
guys.
announced at this point. They're just
Yeah.
coming out.
Super Mario Odyssey comes out next week. We may or may not have a podcast next week. Fucking
Assassin's Creed.
Shadow of War, Assassin's Creed Origins, Wolfenstein II, the new Colossus.
And that's all just on the 27th, right there.
I feel like it needs to be mentioned, but Stranger Things Season 2 also comes out on the 27th.
Nerds Unite.
That's right.
So it's
Netflix
gonna be
and chill.
It is
it's gonna
the
be
Halloween
really
season.
fucking hard to watch Stranger Things while I'm playing Mario.
I'm not.
It's
Stranger
doable.
Stranger
It's
Things
doable.
will be there later. Mario, you need to be part of the zeitgeist. Well, you do for Stranger Things too before somebody spoils it. But like Mario, listen, I'm just gonna go on a slight
All right.
tangent. I am a diehard Super Mario fan.
I couldn't
Okay.
tell.
Didn't know that.
The core Mario
facts
games, it's like the core Zelda games. But even the Zelda games have come out more frequently than Mario games have in the last 10 or 15 years. The last core Mario game was Mario Galaxy 2 in 2010. Before I met my wife.
Well, the last Zelda before Breath of the Wild was
2011.
Did Skyward Sword come out in 2011?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
never came out.
You won't prove me wrong on that?
No, I believe that. I thought it was like 2010 or something.
I mean, whatever. I probably was. But I think it was 11. Anyway, but the Mario games don't come out every day. Like, yeah, there's a lot of games with Mario in them. We had 3D World in 2012. We had Mario U in 2012.
2013.
Well, yeah, 13 was... Mario U was 12, 13, whatever. And Mario Maker was great, but like the core Mario games, they don't come out every day. Fuck, like I'm really excited about this game. I do wish it was Galaxy 3. I purposely tried to not watch much or even play the demo much, like I barely touched it. Feels great, feels just like Mario 64 and Galaxy and Sunshine, because it's the same type of, it's 3D Mario. A little floaty, we were talking about it. It is a little floaty.
Yeah, it's definitely...
It's okay, though.
Floatier.
It's not a bad thing, it just, he feels lighter.
It's a different...
Yeah. But the moves are exactly the same. The triple jump is just the way it was in Mario 64. He can do the backflip, everything's the same.
I think the floatiness might be because there's more verticality to the stages that I've seen. And you haven't seen all the trailers, but...
No, I know.
On purpose, but
Mario
like, there's
64
more
had some verticality, though.
Yeah.
But, no, I know what you're saying.
Like, I mean, going to the top of a skyscraper in New City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just saying.
I'm excited is what I'm trying to say. I guess that's all I have to say. It's coming out next week.
Oh,
I'm not doing anything next weekend. Unless we do decide to do a podcast. But, like, I don't care if my wife gives birth next week. Which she's not.
By the way, congratulations.
Bad joke, thank you.
Yeah,
That's not why I mentioned it, but thank you.
I've been trying to mention it at some point, but you brought it up, so you know what? It was a
It
perfect
was a
way.
bad joke, but it's only a couple months pregnant.
I hope you're listening, Bill.
Please don't. If she watches probably like 30 seconds. She didn't make it this deep in the podcast.
Don't worry, Mel.
They're gonna send her 30-second clips of just that little chat right there.
But
I'll tag you, Mel.
what was I gonna say? Oh, next weekend I'm not doing anything. Like I might not even shower. I might actually have hair by the end of the weekend because I won't shave and shower until I have to go to work. Anyway, okay. Moving on.
Yeah, buddy.
We've got some news. You want to talk about the girth?
Let's do it. Show us the
Sure
girth.
thing.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we can spend time on whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Overwatch Halloween Terror 2017. We talked about it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy, okay. We should make it our life's goal to convince
Oh no. I know where
Teddy
this is going.
to get a gaming PC. Don't get fucking Overwatch on PlayStation, okay? You're not getting the full, legit
I don't think
experience.
I would. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Didn't you say you were going to get it on console?
I thought about it just because it's been on sale a few times, but then
It's getting cheap, yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, if there's one game that keeps giving, it's fucking Overwatch. Because you buy the game and you get every update for free. And they update it like every 2 weeks. Like there's always something going on. And you just constantly get fucking loot boxes every time you level up. Which, there's so much shit that you can get from the loot boxes. Anyways, I'm half kidding, but really, like, we would love to play Overwatch with you. Halloween Terror 2017, it's cool. It's a horde. There's a horde mode in it. There's a couple different modes, but the main thing is Dr. Junkenstein's Revenge.
Yeah, the horde mode.
It's a horde mode where he makes... It's cool because it goes in black and white for a few minutes, so it's like a 1930s Universal horror picture. And, it's all goofy, and there's Halloween-themed costumes that you can unlock with it. But basically, there's an endless mode, or there's like a 10-round mode. And it's cool, it's fun. It's kind of like, they did a horde mode before, didn't they?
Well, kind of.
It's a
That was
PvE.
during the PvE attack thing.
Yeah, I forget what that was, with the blue costumes and stuff,
Yeah.
but... So that's a thing. Did you play it much?
I played a couple rounds of Junkenstein's Revenge.
Weren't
I
too
forgot
hot
to
on
mention it when I said, like when I was playing, but
Yeah.
I honestly only played a couple matches of Overwatch, maybe. But, it was the same one as last year. Just
They had that last year? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was the same exact mode from last year.
The same animations and shit?
Yeah,
Like
it was
the
pretty
intros?
much the same everything, except Symmetra didn't have that sweet ass
Everybody
fucking
wants
dragon
that
costume.
fucking costume. That is going to be the most
Boy.
sought after costume. Look at this guy. He doesn't care about Overwatch. Let's move on.
Sick ass fucking dragon costume.
It's a little outdated now, but I know you guys don't play Destiny 2, so I will just mention it. The first Iron Banner event for Destiny 2 came. Destiny 1, I owned Iron Banner every month. It's a monthly event, PvP. I fucking... Are you falling asleep?
No, I was doing it on purpose because you're talking about
Oh, you're being an asshole. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm just an asshole.
I owned this, and Destiny 2 is a little bit different. The power levels for all the weapons and the armors count, whereas in regular PvP it doesn't. It's more like an esport type of arena battle. Well, the power levels count, so all your leveling counts in Iron Banner, and there's exclusive weapons and armors that you can get, and I'm always into it, but this time I just wasn't. And I don't know if it's
Mario mode.
I'm in Mario mode 1, and 2, fucking Sony charged me for 3 months of PlayStation Plus without asking me, and I got pissed, and I called them back to fucking take it off, so I might be done Destiny for a while. Anyway.
That lasted so long. Way to go, Destiny.
I mean, a month and a half. I mean, I'll be back when the first expansion comes in December.
By the way, Destiny on PC comes out on
I'm not doing it. No.
What was it, Tuesday?
I'm not doing it. My friend, who watches this podcast, I think, still.
I think it was Justin, or not Justin, Dave, the guy who skipped out on us, right?
Yeah.
Getting on
That
PC?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, he might. I don't know. He buys a lot of games and doesn't play them.
I don't know, I bet he will. That's the kind of guy that he is.
Hey, we mentioned Mario Odyssey is playable at your local Best Buy and GameStop. Sony announced a new version of the PlayStation VR headset, which I called. Did you guys hear about this?
No, not really, but...
Well, we can talk about it a little bit.
Is it like $100? So I can
It's
buy
just
it?
replacing the old model.
Oh, it's the same price though?
Yeah, it's a new SKU. It's the same price. They dropped. That's why the price was coming down on the old VR headset.
Yeah.
Long story short, none of us have it, but there was this weird hookup when you went through the back of the console where if you wanted to, I think if I remember correctly, if you didn't want to use the VR headset, you had to unhook the HDMI cord from the back of the TV, unhook the PlayStation VR, and then put from the back of the console. I mean, then put so
They made it more efficient.
they made it more efficient because now there's a run through.
Yep.
It also has a slightly higher resolution screen on the inside, so it has less of a screen door effect. From what I read, basically it's called the CUH-ZV-R2. It's a new SKU. But I just wanted to put that out there that I did call that a while ago.
That's interesting.
I mean, it's cool that it's nominal
Yeah.
upgrades, like we said, and they apparently announced 60 new smaller titles for it too, which is cool.
Yeah, that's the key problem with it though. For me, is like I have no problem with like how the Switch has like the big titles like we got Mario, ARMS, Splatoon, Fire Emblem Warriors, like shit like that. And then you get sprinkled little Stardew Valleys and SteamWorld Dig 2s in between there, and it like keeps you going. And then you get some third parties like Doom and stuff. Well, with PlayStation VR, it never picked up off the ground, so therefore it never really.
It's a slow burn.
Right, it never really went anywhere. I'm sure it'll be great for all those people who have PlayStation 4s and like find one at a yard sale like 10 years from now, and then they just try it out and they think it's funny. Because now they're like emulating their fucking life through their brain or some shit, some crazy shit that's gonna be in 10 years.
It's the first step, yeah.
Right. And I think it'll be cool when PS4 is old news, but I don't think... Yeah. I really honestly don't think it's... If it was gonna catch on, it was gonna catch on earlier.
Yeah.
It's just, there's such a price...
a price...
barrier.
Yeah.
If
you
the
spend
fucking
the price of the
PlayStation...
fucking console.
The console, like... If you're just gonna get a base PS4 Slim now, it's
$1 terabyte, $300.
$300, and then the fucking headset is minimum $300. The regular one is $400.
You're spending at least $6 plus another $100 for the sticks.
So why not just?
It's almost $1,000 still for the fucking setup. It's ridiculous.
It's tough. I mean, that's one of the barriers to entry. But
yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good plan. Or record?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah, we're good.
You want to do this? Hey, oops. see what we've got next before Quiztacular. So yeah, the listing thing kind of happened this week anyways for the few news items that we do have, but from now on, going forward, I'm just going to pick like 3 news items, and we'll just talk about it. That will be the girth, okay? Or in my case, the girth.
Alright.
Okay. Nobody saw the penis joke, okay.
I mean, I did. I saw it.
I just didn't think it was really funny.
I don't think
I mean, you've said girth several times, so.
What are you doing? Give it an hour. You'll see it in an hour, bro. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Mountain Dew Gamer Fuel is back.
Yes.
Yes,
I've been trying
right?
to order it.
Okay. Well,
I can give you the insider info on this.
it's
It's not available.
it's out now.
You've seen it in
It's in the
retail
wild,
shops?
yeah.
Okay.
I have not seen it, but people
I
are
haven't
posting
got
it
it
on
on my
Facebook.
distributor yet, that's fine.
Um,
But don't worry,
Technically,
we will be
son
stocking it at China Cafe as soon as I get it, alright?
And I will be buying it from you. There's 2 flavors. It's the blue one from like 2 years ago. I forget what flavor. And the yellow one, I think.
There's a mango one. The
Yeah,
mango
the
one
mango
was
one. It's
excellent.
actually pretty
That was
good,
my
yeah.
favorite one.
That was from Modern Warfare 3.
I think so. It sold like crazy. I couldn't stop
Not the lemonade one, but the mango one. Yeah.
Yep.
It was Modern Warfare. Man, that was a long time ago. Hey, this year though, it's all Xbox One X themed, and one of them is Forza 7. The other one is Shadow of War, which is weird. Speaking of Shadow of War, we probably won't talk about it much, but there was a big controversy that you mentioned last time about the loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
The game barely came out for like 2 hours, and people already found a loophole to get infinite loot boxes for free instead of paying money for them.
Thank God. That's all I have to say. Like, even after everything that they've done, seriously, fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'm no longer a fan of, like, WB at all. And I legitimately like Shadow of Mordor. Like, seriously, fuck those guys. Even the initial intention is enough for me to, like, not want to buy a WB game ever again. Not that I bought any of the numerous Batman games that were subpar, or one that didn't even work on PC when it launched.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm calling you the fuck out, WB.
And that's your call out of the week.
Right. That and fucking Injustice, too.
Let's make that a
Injustice,
thing.
literally several character passes. There's not just one season
Make
pass
that
that
a
gets
thing.
you all these characters. You have to buy several fucking character passes. Fuck you. Like, just seriously, fuck them on
The
everything.
segment where the prequel just calls you out.
I don't give a shit.
That's
Have
right.
some maniac music in the background.
Fuck you, WB. Fuck you, profiting off
Play
dead
the-
men.
Oh,
Fuck
we could
you.
Play the Jason as he's doing this.
I seriously don't give a shit. It's terrible.
And that was the call out of the week.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
What do you say we do a Quiztacular now that you just ripped Warner Brothers an asshole?
That's why they're so full of shit, because I couldn't shit anything out, because I had to tear them a new fucking asshole.
Once again, that's your call out of the week.
Bastards.
Notice how Justin gravitated over here.
Remember when we started Leftover Pants? We're like, yeah, we're gonna be super positive.
No, but we
It's gonna
gotta,
be all,
we gotta
like-
call these scumbags out,
You
though.
gotta call them as you see them, I guess.
Hey, we're doing it for the good of the people.
I only do that because I love video games and the
Yeah.
industry. That's
Right.
the only reason why I did that.
I never doubted his passion.
Right.
He is the prequel, Matt Belrose.
Thank you, Teddy. Thank you.
Right.
He understands.
Before there was a one, before there was a sequel, there was a prequel.
Damn straight.
But they made the prequels after they made the sequels. So.
We got it.
I mean, that's kind of how it went, Justin.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't born in like 1940, like.
That's how you cut a promo. Before there was one, before there was a sequel, there was the prequel. Let's do it. It's time
Alright.
to win.
You guys wanted to.
It's time to win.
Let's quiz it.
I show up and I win.
Let's
All
quiz
right.
it up.
8, 2, and 2. Quiztacular 16.
16.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is underway.
Oh wait,
I
yeah, we
know.
have one every weekend.
Almost. One of them we didn't. Whatever. It's Quiztacular 16. I make the rules. You ready? 10 questions. Winner lives, the loser dies.
All right. Let's hope the loser WD.
Okay.
And then I'm beating up John Cena.
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Number 1.
Sounds
True
fun.
or false? The Sega Genesis launched with a Sonic the Hedgehog game. True or
The
false?
Sega Genesis.
The Sega Genesis did?
The Sega Genesis launched with a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
This sucks. I should know this one.
As crazy as it sounds, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no.
Launched. The key is launched. That's
Yeah.
the word. Okay.
Well, because I mean, I'm not gonna say
No. It's no.
It's false.
Yes.
It is false.
It's launched with Golden Axe, right?
Yeah, the first bundled game was Golden Axe. But
Damn straight.
Sonic the Hedgehog didn't come out until 91, which was 2.5 years after the Genesis launch. A lot of people don't remember that.
That was the most sold Genesis bundle. Was the one with Sonic.
Yeah, that's when it actually started to sell.
That's when they
Before
started
that, it
kicking
was
ass.
Nobody fucking bought it.
Sega had like 3% of the market.
Yeah.
Question 2. Listen carefully. Every week we gotta have a Mortal Kombat question, right?
Jesus fucking Christ. The one area
After
where
you
I'm just
just-
like lacking.
Do your fucking studying.
Fuck shit. Even haunt me.
Mortal.
It is intentional. I knew there was going to be a WB related question.
Okay. Mortal Kombat Trilogy came out in 1996 on both Sony PlayStation and Nintendo 64. It was the final version of Mortal Kombat 3 to see release. But the two versions differed in several ways. Which of the following was not one of these unique Mortal Kombat Trilogy features?
Is this specific to from Genesis to Super Nintendo, or is it
No,
just in
Mortal
general?
Kombat Trilogy was only on PlayStation 1
Or never mind. Yeah, I'm thinking
and
something
Nintendo 64.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Which of these is not a way that they differed? Because they differed significantly. 3 of them are true, 1 is false, but 1 is false. Okay? 1. The Nintendo 64 version featured boss fatalities, while the PlayStation 1 version did not.
Boss fatalities?
Yep. Meaning the boss does a fatality to
You. Okay.
B. The PlayStation 1 version featured Goro as a playable character, while the N64 version did not. The PlayStation 1 version featured a male character named Chameleon with a K, while the N64 version featured a female character named Chameleon with a C. Or D. The PlayStation 1 version featured 3v3 and 4v4 tag battles, while the N64 version did not.
And we're looking for the one that did not.
Right, which one is not true? I'll go over them again. A little complicated. The N64 version featured boss fatalities, while the PlayStation 1 version did not. Or, the PlayStation 1 version featured Goro as a playable character, while the N64 version did not. Or, the PlayStation 1 version featured a male character named Chameleon with a K, while the N64 version featured a female character named Chameleon with a C. Or, the PlayStation 1 version featured 3v3 and 4v4 tag battles, while the N64 version did not.
I'm gonna say it was the 3v3 and 4v4.
Is it a guess? Or do you remember?
No, it's like an actual guess.
This is not. Which one is not true?
The way I'm thinking of it is Sony always buys their content; they don't actually make it. So, of course, Goro was in this. It was a joke. You're looking at like a.
Yeah, that's your answer.
No, but yeah. So I know Goro was just I'm pretty sure. And the
Well,
Chameleon
the
one sounds
B-
like bullshit too, because they wouldn't use
Yeah.
anything but a K.
Well, I did say B. The PlayStation version featured Goro as a playable character, while the N64 version did not.
Yeah, I know, and that.
Oh, you think that's true?
I think that is true.
Yeah. I actually believe that one.
Because Sony it would be something like Sony to
It's
get the extra character.
yeah.
Okay.
They
No,
do that
so
shit
which
for
one-
God
Which
of
one's
War.
not true then?
That's D.
Yeah, I'm gonna say D too, because that just sounds more ridiculous.
I don't know this one.
You are both correct.
Yes, thank
Wow.
The
I was process of elimination.
the
Just
the
like
one
you were too,
the
I was
one
like-
the one good thing the N64 version had were the 3v3 tag battles. PS1 only had 2v2. The chameleon thing is true.
Yeah.
The K chameleon was on PlayStation. The C chameleon was on N64.
That just seems so unlikely because when you think of Mortal Kombat, you think of like them just replacing C's with K's.
Which is always weird because the chameleon with a K. Okay, so he eventually only returned in Mortal Kombat Armageddon on PS2. Then years later, they ported it to Wii, and the chameleon with a C returned as a Wii exclusive character, which is cool.
That's interesting.
Okay. The female chameleon with the C from Mortal Kombat Trilogy only made one more canon appearance to date in a Mortal Kombat game. Which one was it?
The Wii version.
Was it Mortal Kombat Armageddon for Wii? Shaolin
that
Monks for PS. God damn it.
one. You both get a point. You
This
have
one was way too easy.
Okay,
No.
tied 3-3. God damn it. I can't believe I did that. I wrote these questions weeks ago.
You fucking dingus.
You gave us,
Holy shit.
you gave
Okay.
us a freebie there.
Question 4, getting down to the wire here. It's tied. Which Tomb Raider game featured the playground-style Croft Manor level where players could infamously lock Lara Croft's butler in the freezer? Was it Tomb Raider 1, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3, or Tomb Raider The Last Revelation?
Tomb Raider
1, 2, 3, or 4?
3. It's either 2 or 3, and I'm gonna bank on 3.
Damn it.
I'm gonna bank on 3.
It's 3.
It's not, it's Tomb Raider 2.
Oh fuck me, Jesus.
2 was
I knew it
the
was
first
2
one.
or I knew it was 2 or 3. I was like, it's 2 or 3, and I'm banking on 3, and it's 2.
It's tied 3-3. Here we go. Getting down to the wire here.
We follow my lead, Teddy.
Yeah.
Answering
That was part of the
goddamn-
strategy, I wasn't gonna lie. I knew it was 2 or 3 too, but...
Trying to keep it tied. On the 14th episode of the Leftover Pants podcast, Joyce Cepeda guest starred. She wore a hat featuring a fictional location from a famous video game. What was the fictional location and or what was the video game?
Los Santos from GTA 5.
That is correct.
Alright. God damn it.
Pay attention.
We're tied 4-4.
5.
Alien Trilogy for PS1 and Sega Saturn featured campaign levels from the first 3 Alien films, but it only featured characters and weapons from one of them. Which film was it? Alien, Aliens, or Alien 3?
I legitimately don't know. I'm just gonna say Alien.
Wait,
It only featured weapons from one of the games, or
one of the movies.
I'm just gonna say Alien because
I want to say 3.
Alien 1 didn't have a lot of weapons. Actually, they just had the civilian.
Yeah, you both suck. Like,
It was
the
Aliens.
second movie was the only one
It
with
was the
weapons.
action movie.
What?
Fuck.
Why does
I
that
just,
not
I
make...
just keep
That's
thinking
true.
back to when we were watching the movies
That's
together,
true,
and you're
you're-
like, this is the
Why don't-
action movie out of all of them.
This is... Oh. That should have
Oh,
been
I'm
a gimme for
disappointed.
both of us. That should have been a gimme.
Alright, tied 4-4 or something.
Yeah, it's tied.
Alright. Not many questions left.
Number 7, right?
Well, my list is all fucked up, so yeah, something like that. Xur, also known as the Agent of the Nine, is a weekend vendor from the Destiny series.
You give her a chat or what?
In
I just made a joke because
In-
that's the only thing I can remember.
he never gave away. Shitters.
From Boss or some shit.
This is from the first raid. In Destiny 1, he accepted strange coins as payment for exotic items. What does he accept as currency in Destiny 2?
I have
Strange coins, legendary shards, exotic shards, or ascendant shards?
Ascendant Shards.
Didn't you play Destiny 2?
I have it.
You got the console.
Believe it or not,
console.
I actually beat the story mode in Destiny 2.
What?
Believe it or not. Yeah.
Take a guess before the camera goes off.
I have to go with that.
Jesus
Fucking
Christ,
Jesus, Teddy! No, it's not Ascendant
It's
Shards.
legendary.
It's Legendary Shards.
Fuck.
Should have went with your gut.
Yeah.
Alright, next question.
Way to follow my lead, Teddy.
You asshole, you're doing this intentionally, aren't you now?
Maybe.
It's a good strategy.
In the original Street Fighter, Ryu is nearly unrecognizable to today's
You should
players.
be writing this shit down and showing it instead of like.
He featured red hair and a white bandana around his head. In its sequel, Street Fighter 2010 in the final fight, Ken is nearly unrecognizable to players today. What was different about him? As somebody plays footsie with me.